Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Yes, what are we discussing? We are discussing the chapter fractions from the subject mathematics. Now what did we learn yesterday? That fraction is, what do we call a fraction? Fraction is when a whole object or a group of things is divided into equal parts and that each equal part is called as a fraction. Yes children, yesterday we learned about fraction of a region, that is part of a region. Now what does this region means? Region means, what did we learn yesterday? We had one single cake and it was divided among 2, 3 and 4 people. Yes, so when the whole object that is to be divided among people is one singular object, then it is called as our region. Now what about, look at this here, look at the figure given. This is a collection of balls. How many balls are we having? 1, 2, 3 and 4. We are having 4 balls here. Yes, here the whole which is to be divided among people is, or which is to be divided, the fraction, we have to write the fraction for this, right? So this will be called as our whole. For this we have to write the fraction, so this will be our whole. And here whole is not a singular object, we are having multiple or many objects. So what is this called as? It is called as a collection. Okay children, suppose if we have only one ball, it will be called as our region. Yes or no? Here as there are more than one balls, we will call it as a collection. Now what are we observing here? One ball is green out of the 4 balls. Here we are having 4 balls. Out of it only one ball is green. Now how will you write the fraction for this one ball children? Yes, do you remember what did we learn how to write the fraction? See, the number of shaded parts divided by the total number of parts. Yes, here there are no shaded parts. I mean, this is the different part here. Yes. So, how many different or green balls are we having? 1. So, that becomes our numerator. What does it become, children? Numerator. Yes, we learnt yesterday. The number that we write on top in the fraction is called as our numerator, divided by, what are the total number of balls here? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 becomes what? Our denominator. Denominator. Yes children, what trick did I tell you? D for down and D for denominator. The number that is written down is called as denominator. The number that is written up is called as our numerator. Yes, it is written as 1 by 4. The fraction for this green ball will be 1 by 4. That is number of green balls divided by total number of balls. Yes, the number of green balls 1 divided by 4, that is the total number of balls. Now moving on to another example. This is a group of cars. See, okay, again, if suppose here if I ask you to write the fraction for blue balls, what will it be? How many blue balls are we having? 1, 2 and 3. Yes children? So 3 divided by, what are the total number of balls? We are having 4 balls. Yes? So 3 divided by 4 will be the fraction for blue balls in this collection, and 1 by 4 will be the fraction for number of green balls in this collection. I hope this is clear how to write the fraction of a collection. Now based on the same topic, let us look at some more examples. This is a group of cards. Can you see we are having many cards here. Out of the 6 cards, how many cards are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are having 6 cards, and out of these 6 cards, 3 are yellow. Yes, 1, 2, 3. 3 cards are yellow. Now how to write the fraction of yellow cards in this? 3, that is the total number of yellow cards, divided by 6. that is the total number of cards. Yes children, how will we write the fraction? 3, that is the total number of yellow cards, divided by 6, that is the total number of cards given here. Again, what is 3 called? 3 is called as our numerator. 6, which is written down, is called as our denominator. Another example, this is a group of rabbits. Can you see the group of rabbits here children? Below here? Yes. So this is a group of rabbits. Out of the 8 rabbits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 9 rabbits here, right? Yes. Out of the 9 rabbits, how many out of the 9 rabbits? 1 rabbit is black. Yes, only 1 rabbit is black. Now how will we write the fraction for this? Number of black rabbits is equal divided by the total number of rabbits. How should we write it children? Number of black rabbits divided by total number of rabbits. That is 1 is the number of black rabbits, and what is the total number of rabbits? 9. So 1 by 9, 1 divided by 9 becomes our fraction. Fraction for what? The number of black rabbits in this collection. Okay. Next, here is an exercise for us. See, are you looking at these cute cats here? Yes. Now what should we do? Write the numerator and denominator for the colored portion of the following figures. Also, write the fractions. Now what are they saying? We should write the fraction, that is numerator and denominator, for the colored portion of the figures. Now first step is, first they are asking us to write the numerator. So what will the numerator be? The number of colored cats. Yes, how many colored cats are we having? 1 and 2. So 2 becomes our numerator. Then what is our denominator? The total number of cats. How many cats are we having? 1, 2 and 3. So 3 becomes our denominator. Yes children, what is the numerator? The number of colored cats 2, and denominator is the total number of cats, that is 3. Now what will be our fraction? Will it be 3 by 2 or 2 divided by 3? It would be 2 divided by 3. Why? Because numerator is on top and denominator is written down. Yes, the colored cats divided by the total cats. So 2 divided by 3 will be our fraction. Again here we are having 2 more examples. Now what will be the numerator? The number of colored butterflies. Beautifully colored butterflies. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are having 4 colored butterflies. So 4 becomes our numerator. And what does denominator become? Denominator will be the total number of butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 becomes our denominator. And what will be our fraction children? Our fraction will be 4 by 6. That is the number of colored butterflies divided by the total number of butterflies. Clear children? And I hope you can do question C, right? Write the fraction for colored monkeys. Okay. Next, represent the fraction for the following collection by coloring them. Now what should we do? What was given till now? We were given the colored parts and then we had to write the fraction. But here we are having the fraction and we have to color the collection according to this fraction. Now what is first one? 2 by 5. Now what is this 5? It will be our total. What is the total number of boys? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 boys. Now what is this 2? For colored part, yes, this is the fraction for colored part. So 2 will be the number of colored boys. What will be 2 children? 2 will be the number of colored boys. So how many boys should we color here? 2 boys. Okay, let us color. Wait a minute. Yes. So we need to color one boy and then two boys. Okay. It is not necessary that you color these two boys side by side only. You can color this and this. Okay, so like this you can color any of the two boys you like, children. So what is this represent? It represents we are having two colored boys. So 2 divided by we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boys. So 2 by 5 will be the fraction. So for making it 2 by 5 we colored two boys here. Yes, clear, children? Next, again we are having another question here. 5 by 15. Now this collection is having how many apples? 15 apples. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now what is this 5 numerator mean? Numerator here means the total number of colored apples. So how many should we color? We should color 5 apples. So let us color. Again you can color any of the apples you like, children. See, I am coloring one here, one there and one here, right? How many should we color? Keep that in mind. Do not color more apples. We should color only 5 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now this collection represents what? Represents our fraction 5 by 15, where 5 apples are colored. Numerator represents what? Colored apples. Divided by 15 here represents the total number of apples. Yes, it is very easy and interesting for us to do, right? The colored fractions. Now moving on to our next topic, which is finding fractions. What should we do now? We should find the fractions. Consider the following collection. You can see that there are 6 teddy bears in the collection. Again, why are they using the term collection here? Because this is our whole. Yes, and in our whole we are having more than one object. We are having a group of objects. So it will be referred to as what, children? Collection. If we had only one teddy bear, it would be called as the region. Yes, do not forget this. Now how many teddy bears are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Such cute teddy bears, right? Do you like playing with teddy bears? Yes, I hope you all like playing with teddy bears. Yes, so we are having 6 teddy bears in the collection. Now what should we do? How to find half of 6 or 1 by 2 of 6? What are they saying? From this collection, from these 6 teddy bears, we have to find out the half. That means we have to find out the half of 6. Or how will we write half in fraction, children? We learnt in the yesterday's class, right? In the first class. What did we learn? Half is written as 1 by 2. So how to find out 1 by 2 of 6? That is half of 6. Now again, what is half? When we divide the given whole into 2 equal parts, each part is called as a half. Yes, so to find out the half, what should we do? Half is 1 out of 2 equal parts. Yes. So to find the half of a collection, divide the whole group into 2 equal parts. So to find out the half of this collection, what should we do? We have to divide it into 2 equal parts. Yes. So we are dividing it into 2 equal parts. In one part we are having 3 and in the other part you are having 3. Yes, children? In other words, it can be written as 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. See, what are we doing? Listen to this carefully. We are having 6 teddy bears. Yes. And we are dividing it into how many groups? 2 parts. Yes. Or 2 equal groups. Yes or no? So, normally if it is not fractions lesson, okay children? Okay. think, and how will we divide 6 into 2 equal parts? Or any number, if we have to divide it into some parts, what will we do? We will divide the number. Yes or no? We will use division. Yes, we are using the term divide when we are saying. So when we do the division of what? 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2. How to do that? 6 divided by 2. 2 threes are 6. When we subtract, 0 will be our remainder. What is the answer for 6 divided by 2? 3. That is our quotient. 3 becomes our answer. Yes or no? See, here also in each group we are having how many? 3 teddy bears. So when we divide the number, we will come to know that how many teddy bears should we keep in each group. Understood? So half of 6 teddy bears becomes what? 3 teddy bears. How did we find out? 6 divided by 2. Why 6? Because 6 is the total number of teddy bears. And why 2? Because we are dividing it into 2 groups. We have to find out the half of it. Half, when will we find out half? Again, if you remember the first class, when we divided the cake into two equal parts, each part was called as a half. Yes, so here also to find out the half, we are dividing the total number 6 by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So half of 6 teddy bears becomes 3 teddy bears. Understood, children? Next example. Show one third of balls from the given collection of 9 balls. Now here how many balls are we having in the collection? See, 9 balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And what should we show? We have to show one third of the balls. Again, one third is what? One third is 1 out of 3 equal parts. Yes or no, children? In the first class we have learnt about it. When the cake was divided into 3 equal parts. Wait a minute. I think this is 3 equal parts. Is this? Okay, let us assume that these are 3 equal parts. So what did we call each part as? 1 by 3. So this is one part divided by the 3 whole, divided by 3, that is total number of parts. And how did we read it as? One third. So to find out the one third of an object, what did we do? We divided into 3 equal parts. So here also to find out one third of these 9 balls, what should we do? We should divide the whole group into 3 equal parts. Yes, as we are finding one third, we are dividing the group into 3 equal parts. See, each group has 3 balls and it represents 1 by 3 of the collection. In other words, it can be written as 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Yes, 2. See, now here these are small numbers. Yes, these are only 9 balls and you can easily divide it into 3 groups. How do we know how many balls to keep in each group? 9 divided by 3. We have 3 3s are 9 and when we subtract, 0 will be our remainder. So what is our answer? 3. That is our quotient. So in each group of balls, we will be having 3 balls. In each part, we will be having 3 balls. So what does 1 by 3 mean? 1 by 3 means 3 balls. See, it is divided into 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. And out of each, one group has how many balls? 3 balls. Each group has 3 balls. And so it represents 1 by 3 of the collection. Yes? So 1 by 3 of 9 balls is how much, children? Is 3 balls. And how can we find it out? 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Next, example. There is a collection of 16 bats. Show 1/4 of bats from the given collection. Now see, the difficulty level has increased. What are we having here? We are having 16 bats. And what should we show? We have to show 1/4 of these bats. Yes. Now again, what is 1/4, children? See, 1/4 is nothing but 1 divided by 4. That is nothing but 1 part out of 4 equal parts. So to find out the 1/4, what should we do? We should divide it into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to divide it into 4 equal parts. Now we have, what should we find out? We should find out only 1/4. That is 1 out of these 4 equal parts. And in one part, how many bats are we having? Take any part. Okay, in each and every part we'll be having exactly 4 bats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, as we have divided the total number of bats into 4 equal parts. Yes, to find out 1/4 of a collection, divide the whole group into 4 equal parts. Yes, that is what we have done. And each group has 4 bats, and it represents 1/4 of the collection. Yes, children, 1/4 means what? One of these 4 equal parts. And if we take any one of these parts, it will have exactly 4 bats only. So 1/4 of this collection means what, children? 1/4 of these bats represents 4 bats. Yes, 1/4 means 4 bats. In other words, it can be written as 16 divided by 4. Yes, so the total number of bats is 16. And as we have divided into 4 equal parts, so how to find out how many bats will be there in each part? 4 equal groups. Sorry. Let me tell it again. We are having 16 bats here, and each bat is and the whole bats are divided into 4 equal groups. Now how to find out how many bats are there in each group? 16 divided by 4. Yes, 16 bats divided into 4 groups. 4 fours are 16. When we subtract, 0 will be the answer. Yes, children. In the same way, suppose I have 32 bats which are to be divided into 4 groups. 32 divided by 4. 4 eights are 32, minus 0 becomes my remainder. So in each group there will be 8 bats. So 1/4 of 32 becomes what? 1/4 of 32 becomes 8. Understood, children? How to find out the fraction of a collection? Yes, divide the total collection number of items in the collection with the total number of parts you want to divide it into, with the total number of groups you want to divide it into. Say 32 divided by 4. Or suppose if I am having 50 balls which are to be divided into 2 groups, we have to find out half of this. Yes, we have to divide it into 2 groups. What will we do? 50 divided by 2. 2 twos are 4. When we subtract, 1 is remaining. 0 brought down. 2 fives are 10. When we subtract, 0 is again our remainder. So in each group, we'll have how many balls, children? We'll have 25 balls. So 1/2 of 50 will be 25. Half of 50 will be 25. Okay. Now based on this same topic, let us do some exercise problems. Find the fraction of the collection and encircle it. We have to find out what 1/2 of 8. Here we are having 8 pencils and we have to find out 1/2. Now what does 1/2 means? Half. Yes, we have to divide into how many groups? Look at the denominator. Denominator will tell you the number of groups that we have to divide it into. So we are dividing it equally into 2 groups. Yes, see, 8 divided by 2. 2 fours are 8. When we subtract, 0 will be a remainder. So in each group there will be how many pencils, children? 4 pencils. So half of 8 is equal to 4. We need to encircle how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 objects. Okay. They have asked us to encircle it. So that is why we are rounding them off. Half of 8 becomes 4 here. Next, 1 by 3. 1 by 3 of 12. What is this? We are having 12 rats here and we have to find out 1 by 3. So we have to divide these 12 rats into how many groups? The denominator will tell us we have to divide the 12 rats into 3 groups. So 12 divided by 3, we have 3 fours are 12. When we subtract, 0 will be a remainder. So what is the quotient here, children? 4. So when we divide 12 rats into 3 groups, each group will have 4 rats. That is 1 by 3 of 12 is equal to 4. So how many rats should we encircle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we can encircle any 4 rats we want. Next, 1 by 6 of 24. We are having 24 hibiscus flowers here. We have to find out 1 by 6. Again, how to do that? 24 divided by 6. 6 is our denominator there. So that is what we have used to divide. We have 6 fours are 24. When we subtract, 0 is our answer. So 1 by 6 of 24 becomes how much, children? 4. So how many flowers should we encircle? 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 by 6 of 24 becomes 4. Clear, children? Now using the same concept, what you have to do is, you have to match these two together. Okay, we have to, on the basis of same topic here, 1 by 3 of 12 becomes what? 1 by 3 of 12 becomes 4. I think here this is a wrong slide, children. Okay, in this there is some problem, so just skip this. Okay, now with this we will end our class here. Understood, right? What did we learn today? We learned about finding fractions. We learned about fractions of collections, and also we have learned how to find out the fractions like 1 by 3 of 12, 1 by 6 of 24 and etc. Yes, and I hope today's class was clear, children. And again, what did I say about the work?